Lesson to legacies. My lesson to legacy. Thanks for joining me on the conversation, the convo, the conversation. Where we get that guapito. That's your Spanish for the day. The guapito. But I just talk for a living. Hey, it's funny. People ask me who that voice is.
They don't need to know yet.
I ain't gonna tell them. But listen. But you remember we was talking about when I got to Gilmer and the ride and all that stuff was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to take you back. Going back to when I actually got back to Virginia from Miami.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, no, let's talk about Miami.
What year? Miami. Give us a timeline of like the year roundabout.
09. Cuz help me out, cuz. What? It was 09, yeah. Yeah, April 09.
Okay.
April 09. I'm in Miami. And I get a call that they're scooping everybody up, picking everybody up, whatever. So fast forward, I leave the crib. I was staying over there at Biscayne where they had just built the high rise.
Mm-hmm.
They just built the high rise by the Denny's. Biscayne and the Denny's, it was like red in the inside. Crazy. It was crazy. And I remember I had the Bentley out there going crazy. And I ain't thinking about no music. Ain't thinking about no music. That was the last thing on my mind was music. And the guys was in the Marlon studio working on their album. And I remember getting that call and I said, man, I need to get up out of here. So I go shoot to the beach and I get a hotel on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And when I end up talking to my lawyer, he ended up saying, listen, you need to turn yourself in down there because if you try to come back on the bus or train or however, they want to make a mockery of it. They're going to have the cameras out there. And I'm looking online and they got my whole case. I'm talking about online and people is like calling me, like reading it like it's a magazine. I'm talking about you got people calling saying, man, you know you was doing all that. I'm like, yeah. But them last days though, I was going broke as I don't know what because wasn't no money coming in. Wasn't no money coming in from music.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely wasn't no work going on because the plug was gone. I'm already reading that he already telling and all that stuff, but I ain't knowing that he was telling on me and my family.
Right.
So it's crazy. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call him. So I call, he gave me a number, and the people came and got me, and they take me to the federal building in Miami. So once they checked me in as a federal inmate. That's what's so crazy. They checked me straight in, and I end up getting a federal number right then and there. Like everybody else who actually they got to go through the process. And
is that something unheard of, or is it
I
just
mean,
like?
Cause did you had your number when you got to the federal, or once you got arrested, you had your number? When you got to the Fed. So yes, so no. Well, they took me straight, but it couldn't because you know why? Mine was 004. I had a Miami number because that's what they checked me into.
Uh-huh.
So I guess once they checked y'all into the to the federal, then you go straight 083. So I had a 004 number.
Explain that portion of it. What is a 004, or what is the number behind? The meaning behind it.
You is categorized by your state of where you coming out. You know where you catch your case from.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I caught my case, in Virginia. That's who indicted me.
Correct.
But just so happened, instead of me getting back on the soil of
Virginia,
mm-hmm. They took me into Miami. Okay. So all the federal inmates in Miami, their numbers are in with 004.
Okay.
Right? If I would have had got back, I would end up with an 083 number.
Okay.
So I started with the 004 number. And like I said, like this is my first time being locked up.
Mm-hmm. Ever.
I mean, went into a cell and got bonded out before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. I ain't going no floor. I mean, except for like TDH. Right. You know what I'm saying? But being locked up, getting ready to like be locked up, and I'm looking online and I'm seeing it says I'm being charged with CCE, continued criminal enterprise, RICO, and all that. So I'm like, what? I'm also Googling how much time it carry, and it's saying 20 to 30 years. Mm. So I'm like, ain't gonna lie, man, listen, I'm not tough. I'm not tough. So if you get that impression that I think I'm tough or I act tough, you just need to get that on up out of here. So, you know what I mean? But when I was reading it, I was still like, oh, wow, like, this is crazy. Checked myself into Miami, mm-hmm. and I had, I gotta say this is so funny. I ain't gonna say his name, but people gonna know who it is. If you know. So I had somebody else who was with me, and when they was picking me up, he was saying, even though he was with me every single day, mm-hmm. He was saying, man, they ain't looking for me. I was like, man, dang, I hope they ain't. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure
everything good.
Everything good. When they checked me in and they put me in the cell and I'm sitting there waiting, they said, somebody will be with you. I see him come walking in in handcuffs.
Oh no.
Oh God.
At this point, they're trying to get everybody that's around you, including those that was in Virginia, and then also yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, So I end up getting in there. So now the person who's with me, which is a cousin, he says, hey bro, he said, cuzzo, listen, I'm hearing that how it work is people gonna try to hop on your case if you go in population. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so where we supposed to go? Like, what you mean? So he like, man, we need to go check in. So now I'm like, I'm green, but I know what check in mean. Check in mean you gonna be in a box somewhere. And this is my first time being locked up. I don't want to experience being, I need to try my hand on population and just don't speak to nobody. That's just how I gotta work.
Right.
So why he go check in? He go check in because he don't about to hop on his case. He ain't checking in because he's scared. Right. You know what I mean? Like he official. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was looking at it like people gonna hop on his case and all that because that's definitely the thing that was going on.
What is the definition of hopping on your case? Like what is that from outside looking in?
Like how the feds work. Like this is how the feds work. A lot of people don't know and understand. Hearsay is admissible. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Two people hearsay, just hearsay alone. Now you got to imagine you're in a cell with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You in there talking about your case, mm-hmm. telling everything about your case. Yeah, man, but I don't know, how can they hit me with the RICO? I ain't do the RICO. I had them 12 keys that I actually sold to such and such, but I ain't do the,
Yeah, the additional.
Mm-hmm. The dude like, sure you had them 12 keys to who? He like, man, the Rodney. Yeah. Man, I know Rodney. You know, this and that. They talking this and that. Next thing you know, you see your paperwork. Yeah, 12 keys of Rodney. Yeah, he really did that. He just hopped on old boy case so he can get a time reduction.
Oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? And that is some real stuff. I would have had did that too with him. But like I said, my first time locked up, I want to be around people. I don't want to be back there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna act like think ain't nobody gonna know me. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't gonna say nothing. Was I nervous? Yeah. Nervous as mud. And I ended up going to this block. And they put me in the block with this guy. He gave me he told me, I had to have the top. He don't really say that much to me. Next morning, I get up, I go to court.
This is all in Miami, right?
It's all in Miami.
Okay.
So my lawyer tells me, he say, listen, tell them you want to be expedited back to Virginia. Be the trial, whatever, this and that. So that's what I tell them, this and that. Boom. I end up seeing my cousin, he's down there too. I see him. He look at me and he say, help! help! I'm back here starving. Call somebody. Call somebody. Get me money. Help! hey, I'm like, yo, what they doing? What they doing to you back there? Oh my God. I said, hey, man, you got to thug it out. Shoot, I'm about to go back and eat some soups. So, well, I end up getting back, and I get in my cell, and it's this guy. He was Haitian. Funny, man. I know he gonna end up hitting me after this because he ended up hitting me one time on social media, and he was a pirate. Yeah, he was a pirate, but he was like a cool pirate. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about cool. So I hop up on the bed, and he starts singing, grinding. You know what? I keep in the line, and he says, yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, everybody know who you are, right? Now I'm like,
how did you feel at that moment?
I won't think about it at first. At first, I'm like, as he talking, because then he said, you was on Ricky Smiley, and it was talking about you, and 50, like the whole news was talking about it. Just happened I'm in a cell with this guy. So I'm like, all right, cool. So a point of me, I was happy. But I'm gonna tell you why I was happy. Because now that you know who I am, let me get a soup or something. Let me get something to eat. Cause nigga, I'm hungry. Like, okay, nigga, hey, listen, we can sing some Clipse songs. We can do what we gotta do. Cause I'm starving. I ain't got nothing. No comment. Like, I'm just getting there. Right? But I'm getting to this. This was so crazy. So now I walk, they end up locking doors, counting whatever, letting everybody out. And he goes out, whatever. And so now I go out walking. So I'm walking around the tier. But I'm looking for my celly, right? Because for real, I'm really hungry, but I don't even know how to even ask him, yo, can I get a soup? Like, that shit is like crazy. I sold so many, you know how many bricks I sold? And I'm sitting here talking about a soup? like this, like.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for him. As I'm looking for him, I go past this room. And it's just wild because why am I looking in people's room? Now, see, I'm green. Now you can't do this when you get to the system, you can't be looking at nobody's rooms and stuff.
Right.
But I'm literally walking and I'm looking for my cellie, and I'm peeping in rooms. Like I'm literally peeping in rooms. And I see him, they got the door cracked, and I see him in there, and he's sitting around a whole bunch of different guys.
Mhm.
And I keep walking because he didn't like see me. So I keep walking. So I walk around so I can walk again. You know what I mean? I'm like walking and like, yo, somebody gonna look. You know what I mean? Next time I walk past though, I'm gonna slow roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm walking, and this time he like catch me. He like, hey, yo. Just so happened the dude I called a big, he was a fat dude, bald head. You know what I mean? I call him Big Man. So he saw me and he looked and he said something to my cellie, and my cellie walk out and he like, yo, come on. I walk in. And so I sit down, and so they start all kicking it with me. All along pirates. But they don't look like your average pirates. Like these dudes look like this Haitian dudes like this cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so they're sitting there and they basically gave me the game and telling me, yo, don't be telling me about your case, and people hopping on your case and the whole nine. And the whole time he talking, they got their bowl, and I'm looking at their food, and he was like, you grab a bowl. He was like, you want some? And I'm like, yeah. Bro, this is the first time I seen or even heard of a red pack of, what's that, Goya, cuz?
Mm-hmm. Goya.
Man, the Saison. Oh my God, it changed your life. It would change your life. Man, I smoked that junk. Bro, listen to me. Smoked it. And so we're sitting there kicking it. So he said, listen, come back in a few and I'm gonna let you use the phone. And I was like, yeah. So and I ain't even gonna say how they had the phone and all that stuff set up because they might still doing that. I don't know. I came back and that was the first time I got to use the phone to call home. And I'm on the phone and I'm like, yo, what's going on? This and that. So I'm hearing a little bit. It said, yeah, you been charged with that, and this and that, 20, 30 years. Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah, I know. Okay, this and that. Later that night, I get back to the bunk. I lay up on the bed, all that grinding and yo, this and that, man, all that stuff gonna slam out the door. I lay back on that bed, then I started crying. I was like, man, I hope he don't hear me, man. I'm up there. I was like, man, that shit was like, man, I just felt right there that my life was over. I felt it was over. I ain't even gonna hold you. I felt it was done. Completely done. I really said, what did I get myself into? Like, really. Like, what I get myself into. So end up, fast forward, man, because ain't no sad stuff right now, man. But y'all do need to know that though, because like you'll never know, man. Man, but anyway, I get back to Virginia, and they take me to Suffolk. Now, to take you back, my last days before I hop back in the game in '05, I ended up I had two connects, right? One of my connects was this New York guy by the name of New York D. He ended up dying in prison. Um, when I met New York D, just real quick on the flash, I met New York D, and I met him through one of my other co-defendants. Rest in peace, Squilly. And because I was hopping back in the game, and I called Squilly, and I say, "Hey, bro," I said, "You know anything that's in that?" And he was like, you know, he was like, yeah, but what you doing? What do? And I was like, yeah, I just go, you know, I'm real quick. So I go meet the dude with Skrilling
Mhm.
and bought the two things. Dude back door by calling another guy to call me and say, yo, I can come straight through him. Not knowing that all I'm gonna do is just call Square and be like, yo, dude, call me. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could have just said
Right.
that right there.
Right.
But anyway, I started talking to, you know, I started dealing with the dude. And I'm dealing with him, but he can't keep up with what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Because at this time, I'm like, I'm
In there. I'm talking about in
slamming,
there.
slamming, slamming, slamming. So I think I was getting probably like 10.
Damn.
Like something like 10. And he was like, because once I saw the two, I'd be like, yo, let me, you know, and he was like, no, I'm gonna turn you on to this other guy named JB.
Mm-hmm.
And JB was in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So JB, I think he ain't one of the pins or whatever, because JB ended up getting life. But you know, I speeded up the story. Anyway, I ended up meeting JB. He started coming down here. Now me and JB rolling.
Yeah.
New York D get knocked. JB get knocked. But before they get knocked, we signing on to the record label, signing the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I said, ain't dealing no more. So I take New York D and I give him to my little cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember talking to JB. I'm sitting in the car and I said, hey, yo, look. I even showed him the contract. I said, look, bro, I'm about to go ahead and be this manager, man. I said, ain't we doing this no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's like, oh, wow, so you made it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I said, so I'm going to go ahead and pass you, you know, my little cousin to you. He said, nah, give him to New York D.
Mm-hmm.
I let New York D deal with him. So I said, all right, cool. Pass him to Cuz. Now I'm out. Boom. I ended up hearing from my cousin that New York D and what you call him get picked up. JB get picked up. I'm gonna tell you what I think. This ain't confirmed, but this is what I think. I think the only reason why they didn't come and pick my little cousin up then with them is because they knew that my cousin was connected to me. So, and instead of them saying, coming to get me now because they just got New York D, because JB ain't saying nothing. The JB, you know what I mean? When he got picked up, for far as I knew, like I said, he won't say nothing. And ain't like I said, I didn't know New York D was saying nothing. So I'm speeding the story up a little bit by just saying, that's why Cuz ain't even go down with them, because they probably like, oh, we gonna hold this in
the back pocket.
In the cut. Speed the story up, but I'm gonna come back and I start dealing with the Mexicans on another occasion. Speed it up. Fast forward, I end up getting brought back to Suffolk. Now this is a couple of years later, right?
After they got picked up.
After they got picked up. Because they must have got picked up. What year they probably got picked up, cuz? 05? '07? Okay. All right. So now they take me back to Suffolk. Why? The cell they put me in, I remember it was C block. C block? I want to say it was C. Soon as I walk in the cell, I see New York D.
What you had to say to him?
Now I'll tell you, New York D, big dude. big dude. Now my whole thing is this right here, right? I'm already knowing that, see, because you understand, like, I grew up fighting. We already knew this. I grew up fighting. Like, we don't get into all that. And not even saying that I can't beat him. You know what I mean? But I ain't one of them to be, like, come on, man. Like, I'm just coming straight off the street, fat belly, smoking weed every day, getting drunk, wine every day. Man, go ahead and fight somebody? Man, you better get up out of here, man. They ain't doing none of that. But he was a big husky dude.
Right.
I walk in, I'm like, man, so I go put my stuff down. Then I see one of my co-defendants. He in there. Now I'm a little more like, oh, okay. Not knowing if my co-defendant will help me or not, but I don't see why he wouldn't, because, you know what I mean? But I'm also like, damn. Everything must be cool because they both in here. You know what I'm saying? So everything must be cool. You know, they ain't got no riff. You know what I mean? Even though he don't know that, I don't even know if you know or not, but he don't know if he know that he's the one who actually got me. You know what I mean? At the time. End up, first thing he say, yo, man, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm like, all right. So now I'm already knowing that he told on me because I see I got the paperwork and all that. You know, so I'm looking, and so I'm playing in my head. Okay, how this gonna go? You know what I mean? Because I'm not thinking. So now, listen, I'm not even thinking. You know, I ain't thinking I was gonna see him for one.
Right.
But I'm also not the one that's gonna, because I'm already saying I'm saying in my head that I'm going to trial. That's already in my head that I'm going to trial. That's, you know what I'm saying. So, and I don't want to be talking about nobody. I don't want to talk about my case to nobody. Any of that. End up seeing. So I put my stuff down. We end up going in the cell or whatever, and we talking. So he start telling me, "Hey, he back, right? Because because the guy JB is going to trial." I'm like, "Well, your man?" Like, you know what I mean? So he like, yeah. And he like, "Man, I'm telling you how this fair stuff work. All you gotta do is hop on the stand and I be able to go, you know what I mean? They're gonna cut my time and XYZ." And he's saying, "And you just, come in here now. I'm telling you, I can go ahead and plug you with the people and you can go ahead and hop on the case now. So that way when you go get sentenced, it's gonna look good for you." So I said, "Oh, you doing that?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, damn. So now I'm sitting here playing like, oh, okay, I understand, right? But in my head, I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. So he like, "Yeah, man, so, well, just let me know." And I was like, "All right, I'll let you know tomorrow." You know what I mean? We gonna get up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just fresh, I don't know what's going on and that. Soon as we laid down, I already found out that you can go ahead and get you a cop-out thing and write whatever. I wrote myself out that block. I don't want to be nowhere around that guy. And plus, I'm just getting in. JB ain't did nothing. Like, that's my man.
Right.
I'm just getting in the feds, fresh, and this nigga telling me to go hop on a stand and cut my what, man? Get me up out of here. Get me up out of here. What? But this is the kicker, though. Another reason why I'm talking about this. Newspaper come out. And in the newspaper, it says, now you got to remember now, though, this is the crazy thing, though. The crazy thing about it is I had everything that JB gave me, it came from New York D still. You know what I mean? Once me and JB set up, even though I was dealing with JB, New York D is the one who came and brought it to me. I'm dealing with her, that, this and that. And he damn. Oh, so they charged me as far as him. That's just one connect. As far as him with everything, which he told the people he was giving me 30 keys a month that he's saying I was getting from JB, right? So the newspaper come out and says, I was getting 30 keys a month from a supplier named JB. That what came out in the newspaper, right? So now, different ways you can look at this. You have people looking at it and saying, okay, if the newspaper is saying I was getting it, who is saying that? Is it saying that I was getting it?
Right.
Is it saying, is JB saying?
Like, where did you get that information
I was
from?
getting it?
Right.
Or is it New York D saying
that you was getting?
I was getting it, right?
But it all pointed to you.
Yeah, it all pointed to me getting 30 keys, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's all looking like I'm telling on somebody or whatever, this and that, because it's saying 30 keys. But people ain't even went past that. People in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
People in Virginia say, dang, he telling on Jabari. JB stands for Jabari. I'm telling you, this is what I heard. I honestly heard this because it said JB. But people don't know that JB. Because, see, you gotta understand, a person can hear somebody's name, I can know this person from, and they can have the same name as this person out here, and it's automatically
right.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But a smart person would know if it was a thing that says I was getting 30 keys a month from JB. You know I won't get 30 keys a month from Jabari. So you know what I mean? But that's how, you know.
That's how they were thinking.
Rest in peace, Barry, man. Miss you too, man. Love you, man. So I wrote myself out that block.
Yeah.
Gone. But
did they end up moving you? And if so,
I ended up going to another block.
Okay.
The next morning, I'm talking about probably that night. I don't even know. I put.
Was your co-defendant still in there as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was still in there too. I was gone.
Yeah. It was just
I was gone. Yeah. I'm just getting in there. You told me to do that. Oh, you crazy, man. But I ain't gonna lie though. Them boys was getting it though. Them boys came down here and they was getting it. They was getting it. They even had a chick. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say her name. I don't know if she's still around, but she used to remind me of Foxy Brown. Bro, you would say
like
she was no. She talked and sounded just like the rapper Foxy Brown.
Like the rapper.
Like a New York, like one of them official New Yorker gangster girl, like, and was getting it. Mm-hmm. Wherever she at, man, listen. Hey, you are the truth. I wish you was out the game. I don't know if you is or not, and I can interview you because you was the truth. And let me know what JB is, man, because I would love to look out for JB, man. Like, I don't know. And that's all I know is JB. If I can get his name, his number or something and find him, send him a couple dollars, you know what I mean? Like, definitely.
Yeah.
But he know, you know what I'm saying? He ain't see me on no stand, touch. No, sir. No, sir. And they still get that man life, man. They get that man life, man. He got life. Parole? Yep. Life.
Damn.
Yep. Good dude, man. Good dude. But like I said, them boys was getting it. They was the first one that turned me on to the Honda Accord stash box. You remember that, cuzzo? I'm talking about Houdini. That jank do flips. Put anything in there. That jank saved my life one time. Bro, me and Cuzzo, right? Cuzzo coming to the crib in Chesapeake. I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, yo, go past Auntie crib. Grab, I had 2 things left. I had 2 chickens left, cuz. He stopped and go get in the store and go get a Pyrex That's how crazy we was. 2 things left. Oh, you know what we doing with them. Two left. 2 left about to be
stretched like a mother.
What?
I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
2 left. We hot as I don't know what. Niggas is like trying. Niggas like it's crazy. It's crazy. So listen though. He goes in the store, go get and this is why I actually I got immunity for that one right there. Cause he stopped and he got the 2 things from I didn't miss my baby. He went and got the 2 things from Nika. He went and got the 2 things from Lil Cuz. You know what I'm saying? And I made sure I said, yo, they was following Cuz that day. You know what I mean? And he's picking it up from the littlest cousin. You know what I'm saying? She just having the bad showing what's in it. But you know what I'm saying? How stupid is that we doing something like that? And so he go and get it. He hits the road. I know how long it takes to go from Salem
to point B
to Chesapeake. He was taking forever. They pull him over. No, he wasn't in the Honda. I'm wildin'. He was in the Z. In the stash box in the Z. Oh. Man, so it's crazy. Damn. You was going, no. Okay. You was going to go meet Texas boy, the Texas Connect. Oh, man, listen, I always come. Listen, I'm not glorifying all this stuff.
Absolutely.
But listen, but what we doing though, I'm letting you know how serious it was back then in Virginia. Like I said,
life.
I wasn't the only one. Everybody, a lot of people was making money and doing that.
Yeah.
But we was serious. No, we was serious. I always kept a crazy connect, bro. During that time, I had the Mexican boy, Irvin.
How did you start even trusting these connects, first and foremost? Because some of them came from a third party or a second party. So how did they earn that trust of like starting that process?
See how I met, just real, but let me just hold on. But before we go there, I got to finish the story about the car though, just to tell it, and we gonna go hold that one. So as Cuz getting to me, I'm like, he's taking too long. Long story short on that, he gets pulled over by 2 regular cops.
Yeah.
But then the lady pulls up. The lady, she with the DA, she pulls up behind them. Now remind you, you know that bridge? Man, what bridge is that? Going to Chesapeake. You only got 2 lanes. Right? He got to the bottom, did they pull him? So he's on the side, like he's kind of still in the street a little bit, right? So they got the 2 police cars behind him. They automatically were searching this stuff, telling them, yo, we actually saw you go pick the stuff up from over there, go in the store, get the Pyrex, and you got the Pyrex sitting right here. You got the Pyrex and everything right here. They trying to get inside the car. They can't get in the car for the life of them because when I tell you that stash box, he said, yo, the only thing that can open this up is the jaws of life. I'm like, oh my God. So as they still trying to get in the box, because you got to put the certain code in, or you got to do certain thing to get it open. Boom, car accident right there beside them. What they got to do? You're gonna sit here and be beating a dead horse trying to get in this box that you know you can't get into,
right?
Or you gonna go help the people. They wouldn't help the people and they let him go. He came to me and told me what happened. Oh, I was gone. What? Gone. Oh God. But so about the connects. So Yeah, for some reason, man, they just like fell in my lap. Like literally like fell in my lap from starch. Starch I ended up getting from Posse. Like, and it was all right, so listen, how I ended up getting Starch. Starch was dealing with a cousin of mine I was hanging with like real tight. See, I was like, I'm gonna have to start saying the whole reason why I'm gonna always I use names and stuff for people who probably not here with us.
Okay.
Or I use names of guys them who I know just, you know, because you never know what nobody's doing.
Absolutely.
So y'all gotta figure it out if you know one of them things. So, you know, my right hand at the time, he's dealing with them. And I'm getting probably not probably more than him at the time, but it's the thing of I will take all of mine and put it on the line for the work. Like I go broke, say just put it all in work. So if the work get knocked, me coming home, then I'm flat broke. I got to figure it out on how to get back on my feet.
Right.
So I ended up had some change and end up hitting the lottery. Hit the lottery. My Uncle Renee was playing
Good old Uncle Renee.
He was playing the lottery every day and night. And he put me on to this number. The number was 0825. I'm gonna go play that tonight too. 0825. I played it combo and I played it exact. I hit it for 7,500 that week. Like it's crazy. I got the first pictures of me holding the check up. Like actually in the lottery place holding the check up. Me, my aunt, and my man, he holding the check up too. He holding the other check up. I'm gonna get some work with that. Straight work. Straight work. Hey, boom. Next following week, 13,000.
What? Same number?
No, different number.
Oh, okay.
But man, listen, I started hitting the lottery so much. I probably got like
you found a new hustle.
I probably
in the
won
process.
like about 150 to 200,000 in the lottery alone, just that year.
What?
And was up. I remember I'm going to buy work and smoke. So now my man, he had no choice. He said, yo, I'm going to turn you on to him. I said, bet. So, you know what I mean? But before then, before I had really got that paper, wouldn't nobody even sell me no, like, powder.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because people wanted to sell you crack. Work, you know what I mean? Hard. Right. But it was this guy from uptown who actually was like, you know, through my man was like, yo, I say y'all a little bit, whatever. Right. You know what I mean? And which was cool, you know. But once I started hitting the lottery and doing all that, I was like, oh, I was in a whole nother ball game. It like put me in a whole nother bracket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally. And I started to go to town. Then I met the Mexican boy, Irvin. I say his name because he ended up getting me. Yeah, man. You send my change back, bro. I still just take the change. I mean, or something. It's crazy. I'm always getting screwed by a connect. That's crazy, man. But
that's another episode.
Huh? Yeah, he's in a 50 Fay. He's in a 50 ball. Yeah. No, Irvin was but people I met him. Mm-hmm. I met him through the music. I'm doing a feature. He hit me. He was from Texas. Mm-hmm. He hit me and wanted to do a feature with the Clipse because he had an artist. Mm-hmm. I said, all right, bet. He said, how much you can charge me? I said, but he said, I want to do the song and the video. So I asked the guys, and they was like, man, get at least 20. So I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna get 30. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they're like, shoot, you get 30, you can go and, you know. keep that for real. You know what I mean? We just really starting out.
Right.
So I said, he come, they end up doing it. The artist is with them. Me and Irvin, we're around Virginia. He see what I'm doing, right? He said, I can get you some work. I said, yeah. He said, shoot, I got 2 keys on me right now. No, I'm lying. He didn't have it on right now. I'm lying. He said, I can give you some keys for the verses. And I say,
this is after he saw what you can do and stuff like that. This is
he was just riding with me through the town. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he says,
he renegotiated a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, so he says, I can get you to work for that. So I said, all right. So I said, give me 2 keys. So he said, all right, bet. Give me a couple of days. I end up paying the guys. I paid the guys the money. I took the chance for him to bring me the 2 keys.
Oh.
That man bought a 50 ball. That man bought a 50 ball Jamal.
God.
Man. That nigga start, he started bringing so much work, man. Huh? Man, I never know what nothing is dealing with Irvin. I never know what nothing is
you
dealing with
just
Irvin.
knew that it was at least the 2.
The man would have a bus. Listen to me. The man would have a bus full of Mexican people riding up and down the interstate. Like, literally. Because I'm lying. With people on the bus. I'm talking about literally, you have Mexicans on the bus.
Yeah.
You can see a bus. Just a regular, a bus is riding down the street with Mexicans on it. And he gonna pull over. And Cuz gonna go up there. He gonna pull up that Honda Accord and put that 50A in back of the Honda Accord in the stash jump. At the mall. They gonna meet you at the mall.
God dang. And a Honda Accord. And back then, oh man. Load it up.
Cause it's so crazy because I never tell the story of Irvin. I never tell that Irvin part. Like the only part that I tell about Irvin in my whole case, because he ended up in my case, right? Because I ended up giving him some money orders. I ended up giving him some money orders, and he went through the airport. And but he was already like hot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they put him. That's how they tied my name to his name, but nothing ever came. But nothing ever like came of whatever, as far as I know. But I just seen money orders to him. So I can't say that he told him or did any of that. I can't say that. But it was a time when, fast forward, when I ended up getting picked up in 2009, I want to say, or I ended up calling them because I'm looking for some work. And they ain't want to just deal with anybody.
Right.
Called them, and he tell me, I got to send him half the money. I never used to send, listen, I won't send no connect no money. I'm not sending, I don't send money. I'm not sending no money. That's crazy to me. Like, you might always say your money is good as gone. To take a chance for me to just depart with my money, I was always taught, do not depart with your money. You take a chance to just be, here, take it. No, I ain't doing that. You want something sold, you better get it to the doorstep. That's just the bottom line to it. But me taking the chance, sent him half that bread. I called him probably like 2 days, 3 days later. Instead of me calling him, instead of him calling me, I called him like, yo, what's going on? He said, man, it got caught. I said, what? Yeah, it got caught. Yeah, because you probably using that same dumb scheme with the Mexicans on the bus. Like, anybody probably going for that stuff. Yeah, man, but
God damn.
one time for Irvin though, man. You was a good dude, but you got me at the end. You got me at the end. I hope you're doing well though, Irvin. I hope you ain't in the street no more, man. But every time I see a bus ride past, man, and it got,
Mexicans
man,
in
I
it.
look and I be like, man, it's flooded. I know it's flooded. Oh man.
Been there, done that.
But I want to thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Like I say, man, like, comment, subscribe. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, listening. Wait for the next part.